the issue in our power sector, having fluctuating power, everywhere. People going to solar and all that, renewable energy. So how can technology address this issue in the power sector in Africa?
Like you said about solar, in Africa, we actually don't value technology.
Okay.
So there are a lot of people that don't actually value it. You get, and it's actually one of the major problems we have. You get, you tell somebody that you should install solar, the person will tell you that he prefers NEPA light instead of having solar. You get, without knowing that even there is no NEPA light, you can still have access to light with solar. A lot of people don't even know what is solar. You get, so I feel like in this our present Africa, we don't value it. Then coming to that educational part, I wanted to say a little bit about I have a friend that studies in UK, and actually is doing his masters in UK. So those places you can write exams from your house. It's not, you don't need to be in the exam hall for you to write an exam. You can stay in the comfort of your house and write your exam, and then you submit it online. You get, and that is the work of technology. From that place now, they're asking a lot of questions which he doesn't even know they have an answers to. So you have to send it online in our group. People that are intellectually smart in calculations, in mathematics, actually how to help him. And I feel like he actually passed. That's the work of technology. Just imagine now that there's no access to technology. He will fail. He will fail woefully, and at the end of the day, he will still repeat that. So I feel like technology actually has a major role to play in education. Easy access, easy learning. And I also have a friend also that his niece actually learns different languages just online. Chinese, French, German, studying online. Then back to the question you asked me about electricity. If assuming there's no technology, we will not be using this rechargeable bulb. We will not have access to rechargeable. People will be using them. I remember when I was in secondary school, because I went to a boarding school. You actually had to come to school with it's what they call this lamp that they put kerosene, and then not normal lantern. There's another lamp that you have to cover it, so you have to cover it so you'll be able to use it to read. But now when you go to boarding schools now, you don't have to go the lantern again, because the whole school is filled with lights. That's technology. You get, so you have easy access. Even as the technology affects the light, it also affects learning. So in terms of the power sector is everything. Without the power sector, the country will not move forward. Without the power sector, you can't have access to light. You can't read. You can't even have a good hospital system. You can't have a good factory. You can't have so the power sector, as in technology to the power sector, has actually improved a lot. Easy access to medical, easy access to education, easy access to a lot of things, invention. Without technology, we won't be here, because you can't even have access to mic.
Sorry, we have to put into treat, but let me go back to the power sector I was talking about. Now, even as we have technology in our power sector, why is it that our power sector is still failing? Now, we not having constant light like Western world. Why technology is available to address that system? Why is it? What's happening?
Now this question now goes to the system, political system we have. It's not actually that they are not seeing it. Like most of our politicians, they travel. Their children are actually schooling abroad. So they see those things, but they don't want to invent it here. Look, for example, there was a time that Nigeria was giving light to most of the West African countries like Ghana, Mali, most of all these countries. They were having constant light, 24 hours light. So why are we not having it here? It's just the system, the governmental system controlling it. You know, I say they can't do it, but they don't want to do it. So.
Thank you so much. Okay, to the next question. Now, Mr. Hamza, we want to know from you. It seems as if the people in the diaspora make use of technology than the Africans. Yeah, so that's what I want to know. It's like they make use of technology and they have as free access to technology than us. You get? Normal, normal is certain. People in the diaspora, people abroad, they make use of technology than us here because they have free access of technology than us. There's some technology that you use over there that we don't have access to.
First a way that you can actually generate electricity from your cookie pot stand in the kitchen. You see, with the way electricity is becoming a challenge in some of the African countries, I think sooner or later, people will begin to make use of this. You see, this is called thermoelectric generation. These excellent guys, very beautiful.
Be able to have access to and also make use of the proper technology as they're making use of them over there in the diaspora.
Like my personal opinion, I don't think they are using anything like more advanced than us. I don't think so. You see, some of the basic things we are lacking is because of the government. Like Chidi said, it's because of our system. They are not using something revolutionary. All technology are the same thing. Only that some might be very, very like simple. Like the environment has enabled how the technology works. You get? Like, okay, for example now, the internet. The internet is also part of technology. Like everybody's using it. There's no fence on the internet. Everybody like is on the same playing field. The problem is that you see sometimes if you want to do something like let's say if you want to make money a certain way, due to the fact that we are Nigerian, in Nigeria, they will flag us automatically. I think that is like the major advantage you get. And also you see the problem we are also having is this light Chidi spoke about. There are some things you want to learn, but without electricity, there's no way you will learn it. You just have to be very, very stubborn for you to be able to learn it. Back then when I was learning programming language, when I was in SS1 learning programming language, I'm using my phone to learn. Because I don't have I'm using my phone to learn and I'm going to cafe to learn because I don't have access to system. Even that cafe, I can remember then, light was not stable. Light was not stable at all. So once I'm done from the cafe, I will go back home to practice with my phone. That small device I'm using is because of the internet. Because without the internet, which I mentioned, which is also part of technology, I wouldn't be able to learn those programming languages I was learning back then. So to me, I think the things or the people abroad have over us is the fact that stable light and fast internet. Fast internet, and I don't want to say cheap internet because you see internet that these days data is like freaking expensive. Data is freaking expensive and we are spending a lot on data. But see yet we are not achieving anything. It's because of the system. The system is designed in such a way that we have to be very, very stubborn for us to succeed. You can't be calm and you can't be doing shy and expect to succeed with this kind of system in Nigeria. It's not possible. So one of the things people in diaspora has over us is electricity, like I said, internet, and also their location. Trust me, that location alone has massive advantage. If you go to like freelance platform, like where you can offer your service to international clients for a fee, you notice that you have to be like strong-willed and you have to like be persistent for you to even get a job as a Nigerian. But if you just mention that you are from overseas, you see how job will be rushing you. I'm not saying this based on theory. It's something I've experienced firsthand. So the advantages those in diaspora have over us is electricity, internet, and their location. Location triumph like everything. But even at that, if you are in Nigeria, you can still succeed. Because all of us have access to the same playing field.